Recently, Marvel just put out a trailer for an upcoming superhero series called Ironheart, and the reception so far does not appear to have been kind, so let's have a look at it. Ironheart is a Marvel character called Riri Williams, who in effect just seems to be a replacement for Iron Man, so I guess fighting crime in an armoured suit. And am I on board with this? No, because I kind of liked Iron Man the way he was. I liked the character of the flawed playboy, his relationship with his friend James Rhodes that the films have chronically neglected. The trailer is reportedly getting a lot of downvotes, but I'm not going to judge it on that. It could be bots, and even if it isn't, it's an argument from popularity, so it's a fallacy. It seems Riri is a genius, as the trailer tells us repeatedly.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius.
Like Brady.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
And she uses technology to make a high-tech battlesuit. She's African American, and you know what that means if you watched my review of Captain America Brave New World.
So you in or out?
Disney, break out the hip-hop. We have a trailer to do and crude stereotypes to spread. But this is arguably better than Brave New World so far, where they played the track Ante Up for the new African-American Captain America, a song about robbing people, when the character is supposed to be all about honour and justice. Yes, I know hip-hop is popular, and very popular with young African-Americans by reputation, but people aren't a monolith, and it was already established that Sam Wilson, the new Cap, is a fan of Marvin Gaye. By Odin's Fade Marvel, this again. Now, I've not really spent much time in Harlem, so throwing a question out there, do people really move around Harlem in cars powered by goats? Because I'm kind of doubting that's a real thing. There are African Americans who like different types of music, you know that right, Disney? They aren't all in a tidy, neat little box. For example, there's Austin Gooseby, the classical violinist. There's Aretha Franklin. There was Jimi Hendrix, and honestly, I think I'd trade 1,000 current rappers for one Jimi Hendrix. There was Marvin Gaye, one of the dead Kennedys, Body Count, Muddy Waters, a metric ton of jazz players. What next? Riri is going to start putting graffiti on the Iron Man suit and join the Crips. Marvel, look at me for a moment. Look into my eye. Write new characters, ideally in a process that doesn't involve a conversation that goes, we need a new character. Okay, how about Iron Man? But Iron Man is now instead a young woman. Genius. But what does she look like? How about, go with me on this, how about she's black? And her character? Ooh, how about she's black? And one of the things they do seem to have changed from the Tony Stark Iron Man is the character's motivation. In the first Iron Man film, Tony Stark made the suit in order to save his own life, as well as that of a friend, when they were captured, and that was largely taken from the books, and then used his designs to stop his father's company being used for evil and selling weapons to bad guys. Tony Stark gave up money for his principles, and because it was the right thing to do in his eyes. So why is Riri making a suit in this trailer? Well, the trailer says,
Like Brady.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
some mysterious guy in a cape tries to recruit her by trapping her in a lift that's filling up with poison gas, and apparently that's her job interview, and that may be the single worst way to headhunt someone that I've ever seen, because who's going to want to willingly work with you after you've just trapped them in a lift filled up with poison gas? For the trailer to work for me, it really needed more focus on the bad guy, who I assume is going to be the guy in the cape.
So you in or out?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable, iconic.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision.
From that, I'm getting that Riri made the suit for herself and for her own ego. And the trailer is making it look quite a lot like she works with criminals to get the money to make the suit.
But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
Marvel, what are you doing? These are not the actions of a hero, not even the actions of an anti-hero. These are the actions and motivations of a comic book bad guy. You can't seriously have her stealing money and then making it rain while dancing. They could have made this character anything. Maybe make her a rich kid, or a geek. A geek would fit with her being a genius with technology, but no, it appears they're just going to have the character thugging. So it appears less fighting crime and more committing crimes. You can have a superhero come from any background, but they do have to be a hero. I think at this point, I just have severe superhero movie fatigue. But that is one part of Tony Stark he probably needed to keep, because I think a bare minimum for what a superhero has to be is heroic. It's kind of in the name,